Hi guys, today I want to talk about going to my very first signing and meeting my favorite author, Victoria Schwab. So I'm doing this kind of spontaneous, so there's no great light because I don't have any makeup on and the light makes me feel horrible. But I just really wanted to film this and to get this video out there as quickly as possible. So on Wednesday the 2nd, I flew out to Manchester. I think my flight was at around 11:30. Everything went very well. I do have a little bit of travel anxiety and I really don't like flying. Getting that whole part done was like, oh, it was so crazy. Like when I arrived at the hostel, I think that was around 2:30 British time. You know, there was also the 1 hour time change, and all of a sudden it was only 4 more hours, and like I was like, all of a sudden it was like, this is not real, this is so weird. And it was actually a really nice feeling because I've been anticipating it so much that sometimes I think I almost lost my mind. And so all of a sudden, like, so much time had passed and then it was only 4 more hours. I was like, this is so great. And so I actually ended up heading out to the bookstore way too early. It was because I just wanted to make sure that I know exactly where it is. I wanted to have some time to browse. I actually went in there and I was like, is this where the V Schwab signing is going to be? And they were like, yeah, but it's not set up. I was like, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place. Walked a little bit. There was like a park. And so I sat down there to kind of just calm my nerves, and then I think I went back to the bookstore 1 hour 50 minutes. I was like, okay, other people are probably gonna arrive an hour beforehand, and then I had a little bit of time to browse through the store, which I found really amazing because that store is amazing. It's so huge and they have so many things and they have like different rooms, and that was just crazy. They had a Snape cardboard cutout and I was like, I'm really mad because I looked around if there was someone that would take a photo of us together, but there was no one. And then I realized I could have taken a selfie. I don't know. I think I was too excited to think about that. An hour before the event started, I was already on the floor where the event would be. For some reason, I didn't want to already be the first person there to stand at the door. And so I just kind of was on a shelf that was like a little bit around the corner, and it had like biographies by like musicians and stuff. So it was like stuff that I was genuinely interested in. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna look at these books and act like I'm busy, but like I was actually interested in it. When all of a sudden, and I don't know if this is weird or something, but I know Victoria's voice and everything now. And so I was like, I couldn't see the door where it was, but like all of a sudden I heard her voice and I knew she was there. And like it shouldn't have been a surprise to me because I would be seeing her talking in an hour, but like I heard her voice and my heart was like, I feel like that was the first time where I was like, okay, this is happening. So people kind of started up being close to the door. So I went to the door as well. And then it kind of happened pretty quickly that people started queuing up. And that was actually something that was really important to me as well. I thought, you know, I flew all this way. I need to sit first row. So I got to sit in first row, which was really, really amazing. I'm so happy that I was able to, because I was also like I was on the middle seat. So I had just amazing like view. I got to meet a few people, like 2 girls were sitting behind me and they were both also there alone, and then there was a girl sitting next to me and she was also there alone. We just really talked a lot and she was really nice, and it kind of really took my mind off where I am and what's gonna happen, so that was really great for me so that I wouldn't freak out. And then, you know, I was like, okay, I had like the nervous pee syndrome. When I get nervous, my body tells me I have to pee every 10 minutes, even though I just went to pee and I know nothing is there, but like my body's just like, no, you need to pee. And so I was like, okay, it was like a good half an hour before the actual talk would start. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet. And they have like a code that you have to put in the door to open it. And one of the doors was open. So I just went in there. I was like, oh yeah, maybe for the signing, they just opened one of the doors. I did the thing. And then I wanted to get back out of the door and the door wouldn't open. And you know how there's this saying that when people die, they see their life flash in front of their eyes. I saw this whole talk and signing flash in front of my eyes while I was stuck on the toilet. So I banged against the door. I did this and I did this, and then I screamed, and I didn't stop. And then at first, like, the thing is, I didn't really know if people could hear me, and I didn't really know where the next person would be. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this until someone gets me the fuck out of here. And then finally someone opened the door, and I just basically ran. I was like, I'm sorry, like, the door was open, so I just went in. I didn't do anything to the code, and I just went back, and I was like, oh my god, like, can you imagine flying to Manchester to meet Victoria Schwab and I get stuck on the toilet? I mean, it's also worth a story, but a different one. Yeah, and then when the talk started, it was really funny when she kind of came down the, like, rows, and then she was there. I was like, that's her. That is her. And because I was first row, she was so close. I was just like, I didn't even realize it. So that's also why, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I was like scared I was gonna cry, because I'm a very emotional person, as you will see in this video. It wasn't real, so that's why I didn't cry, and I'm so happy about it. The talk was so amazing. I'm so happy that I was able to hear her talk about writing and about her books, and I thought about filming some of it, but I don't have a tripod or anything, so I would have had to, like, hold the camera. And I've seen so many of her talks online, and I was like, okay, I don't want to experience this moment through a lens. I mean, she is just, it's not like I didn't know it, but she's so funny and so precious, and I could literally listen to her like 10 hours. It's just so great. It happened so fast. There was the Q&A section, and then at first nobody wanted to ask a question, and I was like, I'm not gonna be the first one. Pretty sure I was the second person to ask a question. I'm honestly really, really proud of myself that I did that. I asked her about the A Conjuring of Light cover, and I said I know that she disagrees with her editor who is on the cover, and that she always says that they disagree and then you can decide. And I was like, but maybe at this point you're willing to share who you think is on the cover and who your editor thinks is on the cover. And so I really liked how she kind of explained where the difference is. She was like, it can be either Holland or Rye, and then also it could potentially be Oseron, but like the main two are Holland and Rye, because, Rye has this kind of transformation. He kind of changes, whereas Holland, we find out all of these things about him, and that's kind of how you determine who's the main character of the book. That's who's on the cover. And so then Victoria said she thinks Holland is on the cover, and I was like, of course she does, not surprising. And that her editor thinks it's Rye. She also said that one of the things that I really like, as soon as I personally had determined for myself that it is Holland on the cover, which was way back when the cover was released, guys, so I called it. One of the things that I really liked is, that it's the 3 Antari on the covers, and that's also one thing that she mentioned. I was like, yes, exactly. Oh yeah, so then, when they started the queue for the signing, because I was first row, or like we were first row, of course, we were like one of the last people in the queue. We were, I think, in the last like quarter, I want to say. And I'm actually so happy because, it was right away clear that she would sign all of the books and she would personalize 3. And I was sure that she would do that until the end. I was pretty sure that I would definitely get 3 books personalized and that nothing about that would change. So I didn't have to fear that at the end of the line, something would happen where I couldn't get my stuff signed or personalized. I just thought, okay, if I had been first in line, then I would have done the signing and I would have left. And so I spent like, I don't even know how long, but a good amount of time with other people in the queue, and I had the best time. It was so good. Everyone was so nice. Everyone was so amazing, and just everybody was so open. And even if everyone had their own little group, like we really talked to each other as well. It was so good. I really, really loved it. And there was a few friends that I added on Twitter and a few friends that I added on Instagram. It's just so cool. So when we got to like around the corner where we could see her table, I slowly started unpacking my books, and like everybody around me lost their shit. Because, it was a lot of books. And like everyone was like, okay, wow, that's a lot and everything. And then I also got out my gift for Victoria, which was a book that's called This Cat Does Not Love You. Everyone was like, oh my god, that's such a great idea. And everyone was so nice. And I was just like, guys, stop, like this moment is too much already. Yeah, and I think that's actually the most important things that happened leading up to the moment when I was actually the one in the signing line that got to get all of her books signed. I can't say much, I just want to show you the footage, then I'm gonna show you an immediate reaction. After that, I will include the moment when I first watched the footage, because I knew that my reaction would be this way. It kind of reflects on a few of the things that baffled me so much about that whole moment, and so I can't say anything else. I think that the video will show enough and I couldn't be able to explain it at all. I do want to say, in the beginning you will see, because I have this big pile of books and I have Shades of Magic all with like sticky tabs in it, and so that was, you will see, that was the first thing she said. And then she said like, is there a photo of it somewhere? And like I remembered that so much that she like wanted a photo of it, so I took a photo of all the sticky tabs and sent it to her on Twitter, and she actually quote tweeted this. I was like, you bring me so much joy. Anyway, without further ado, here's the footage from when I met my favorite author, Victoria Schwab, my immediate reaction, and my sinking in reaction. Prepare for the tears. They are coming.
Oh my goodness, love.
I know.
Look at the tabs. Like, look at the tabs.
She's shaking.
Right?
That's
Look
why
at the
I want
tabs.
to apologize for
No. Look at the number of
Hopefully don't
tabs
fall.
on them. Have you posted a picture of that online? That is just
Maybe.
incredible.
I don't know. Yeah, I put it in there on the title page.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, wait.
Is there a space there, or is it just
No. I just have wonky writing.
I thought I should double check because
I
we
always
did have
double
a couple
check.
like,
I put notes down because otherwise I would forget. So, I just, hi. I want to thank you so much for all of your amazing books, for all of your amazing work you do. And also, I feel like you probably hear that a lot, like your books are amazing. What I also really appreciate is the tweets that you write, and especially, like, I'm not a writer at all. I don't want to ever write books, but I am a musical actress. So lots of things still kind of relate to that, and, like creative industry.
I was gonna say, creative industry is a creative industry. We're all in it together.
So that's still really, really inspiring for me. And so,
I try really hard to be very transparent.
yeah, it's amazing, like, in general. And I think also, like, how you interact with people and, like, replying to tweets and stuff like that is really amazing.
You know I'm missing it.
I don't know if this is like pretentious or something, but like, I think this is
Yeah, that's you?
Oh,
Are you serious?
There you are!
Oh my god! That's so pretentious at all. I was going to ask because I knew, like, based on your accent, I was like, I wonder if it's that live, and I was like, didn't want to make assumptions. So it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, oh my god!
So nice to meet you. It's so wonderful. Wait, I want to make sure that was
Friends
already
as the
said.
twins, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, that's like last year they were at a signing where they had the hedgehog.
Yeah,
They named it after me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good to see you.
Yeah, I'm so
That was the
excited.
Birmingham one, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, so yeah, I just came here for this signing, and like,
my God.
I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah, that's the German one.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
they got the same thing, and they've got a little one. It shows on the back. It shows the full series.
Yeah, I was so excited about this. That's just amazing.
Oh, it's so amazing to meet you.
Oh, yeah, and we talk a lot about like Hogwarts houses and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but like there were two minor characters that I was wondering
Yes.
about. First off is Calla, because I would put
Yeah.
her in Hufflepuff.
Yes, absolutely.
And then Masatiran, I feel like he's such a mix of all the houses.
He's definitely Ravenclaw.
Okay, because
Yeah.
like, I felt like he's a mix, and then I felt like that represented kind of the mix of the elements that, you know.
I mean, he's balanced. Like,
Yeah.
I would hope that
Yeah.
like all the priests have a balance of elements.
Yeah,
so he
exactly.
would be able to choose. I think he could fit into anyone, but he's
Yeah.
not brash enough to be Gryffindor. And he's not actually quite like sensitive enough, like nurturing enough to be Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
So it would be between Slytherin and Ravenclaw,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's ambitious enough because I think he has balance. And I think of all the houses, Ravenclaws tend to be the most balanced
Yeah,
of them. So I would have to. I mean, I think that he would choose. Wait, did I sign that one? I did. I think he would choose to be in Ravenclaw. But then again, I also am not sure he would choose to go to Hogwarts. He's
Yeah,
kind of like
okay.
Alucard Emery.
Yeah.
Definitely did not go to Hogwarts in any world. But yeah, definitely Callus Hufflepuff. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have this for you. because when I saw this, I immediately thought
Oh
of
my
you and your
god,
cat.
it's
And
me and Oliver.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 100%
It's me and Oliver.
Like, I was like, I saw something like, this is Oliver. And
Oh
I
my
thought it was so funny that
God.
it's also like basically a ginger cat.
Yes,
I was like,
just
oh
like
my
Oliver.
god.
This is the face my cat makes at me, like most of the time.
That's what I thought. So when I saw it, I
Oh,
immediately thought.
thank you so much. Can I have another hug? I just
Oh,
like,
of course.
I'm so happy I finally got to meet you.
I'm so happy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, can we also
Yes,
take
yes,
a photo?
of course, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry,
I'm
I filmed all of
recording.
this,
Oh, yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
She wanted to remember it.
Oh, we're so sorry we couldn't be there.
Oh no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
So she can remember it now.
I think it's better if you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. Okay, taking a few.
my cheeks are shaking.
It's so nice to finally meet you, and thank you. I can't wait to post this all over the internet. This is my cat. I'm going to show a picture of Oliver next to a picture of "This cat does not love you," which is my cat. Absolutely my cat.
I
So.
thought also, you know, now that you're away, maybe if you miss
Oh,
it, you can
yeah.
look at it and you're like, he doesn't love me
Absolutely.
anyway.
He really doesn't. He really doesn't.
Just been picking up more cats. I'm amazed
I know,
we
now I've
haven't
got
one
Rossi.
yet.
I got a kitten
There's
as
also
well.
like a part in there where it says like the cat likes your neighbors more, and I think you said something about like the people that take care
Oh yeah,
of him. they
yeah,
like,
yeah. He way prefers them to me because they bring him toys and all of that stuff, and I just leave it. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
everything.
you. Have a great night.
You got them?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna sort them on the floor now.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Guys, what just happened to me? Oh my god. So it's just sinking in. It's just sinking in because I was in the store, said goodbye to the 2 people that I met, and then packed back all of my books. Now that I just got out of the store and I got like fresh air, that was the most magical moment of my life. Oh my god. What I don't know if you can hear anything from what we filmed, like if there's any sound whatsoever. I feel like sound might be a little bit wonky. What the fuck? I don't know what to say. I'm just so glad I filmed it. Even if there's no sound, I'm just like, this happened. I just want to see it and realize that this is an actual real life moment that happened to me, and not wake up tomorrow and be like, I dreamed this. I swear to God, this was amazing. I think the thing that I found most incredible is that what I find so wonderful, and why I think I fell so much in love with her as a person as well, like this sounds wrong, I'm not in love with her, you know what I'm saying, is because she's so great on Twitter. And I told her, you know, I'm a musical actress, and that her tweets, even though I'm far from ever being an author, her tweets are really inspiring to me as working in a creative industry, and I just appreciate it. And I was like, she was like, she said something, I don't even know what she said. This is why I filmed this. I hope the sound is on. Anyway, I said, and I think it's also really great that you like really interact with the people, that you reply and like lots of stuff. And then I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm here and I want to do this. So, and especially because I know Maddie and B, they told me last year that they showed her my Twitter and that she said she recognized me. So I was like, okay, it's not that weird to show someone the Twitter. And I know that she recognizes me on Twitter because I've been tweeting her nonstop so much. And you know, I did the Laila Bad video and everything. And so I showed her my Twitter account. I was like, and I said like, I hope this is not pretentious, but like, this is me. And like, her reaction. And what I found most amazing, I feel like I was like really hoping, like, I'm gonna say it honestly, I was really hoping that she would recognize me, like that she would recognize the Twitter account, not me as a person. That's a lot. But like that she would, when she would see the Twitter, that she would like recognize me. She said like, oh, that's you. And then also her publicist said, oh, that's you. I was like, she recognized me as well. I was like, That's a lot. That's a lot. And then, yeah, she just stood up and hugged me. And like, I was actually at a point where I was like, okay, this is like once in a lifetime opportunity and this person means a lot to me. I was like, maybe if we take a photo, I could just be like, I have a kind of weird request, but like, can you give me a hug? Because that would be really awesome for me. And then I didn't have to do that. And what actually happened then, after we did all of the things, she was like, can I hug you again? And she asked it like so genuinely, like as if I wouldn't be okay with it. And my head, the only thing that I was thinking was like, just, yes, please. Like, oh my God, I couldn't be happier that you are asking me. Still shaking. Yeah, you can say. Yeah, this looks intense. This looks like I'm faking it, but this is literally what my little finger does when I got through like nervous things like that. It's like, this is so exciting. And then I can't believe, like, she said several times how excited she is to meet me, and I was like, are you kidding me? I'm excited to meet you. This was a lot for me in my brain today, but I can't, like, honestly, real talk, I could not be happier. This was the best decision that I could have ever made. This was so good. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to film the moment, but that's what I did, and I'm so happy that I did that. I'm so happy that I decided to show her my Twitter. I feel like, oh my God, I would have been so mad at myself if later on I had tweeted her the photo and she was like, oh, that was you. No. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't know what else to say. What is he doing? She even said, like, she heard my accent, so she was like, she thought it was me, but she like didn't want to make any assumptions. I'm so sad that none of you could be there. Really happy that I now get to share this moment with you. Okay, I think now I need to like tweet about it because people are probably already waiting for my reaction, but I thought I wanted to do this first before crying about it on Twitter. It is 3:27. You can see it. All you can see is that I've already put this photo as my background because that's how I roll. Don't judge me or judge me. I don't care. It's fine. 3:30 almost. And I got home less than an hour ago from Manchester. So it's now Friday. The journey back was really horrible. And still, everything is worth it. I'm still so happy that I did all of this. But I thought this a little bit of a nicer night. I would watch the footage from the signing for the first time. I have no idea how the sound is. If the sound doesn't work, that is fine, because just seeing it makes it real, and that's what's so important to me. That's basically number one reason why I filmed this. Like, obviously I want to share it with you, but it's mostly because I know, like, moments like this, especially because it was so special, I forget them. I erase them out of my memory. I forget what I was saying, what I was doing, and so, okay, let's just do this. It's late. You can hear it really well.
The tweets that you write, and especially like this is
Yeah, that's you. Oh my God! There you are. Oh my God. I was going to ask because I knew, like, based on your accent, I was like, I wonder if it's that live, but I was like, didn't want to make assumptions. So it's so nice to meet you.
oh my God.
It's so wonderful. Oh, it's so amazing to meet you.
Oh yeah,
Can I have another hug? I just,
of course.
I'm so happy I finally got to meet you.
I'm so happy to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, can we also
Yes,
take
yes,
a photo?
of course, of course.
Oh yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you guys so much. Have a great
much.
night.
This is what happens to me when I'm happy. When I'm really happy, I cry like a baby. That's just how I roll, how my emotions roll. And I'm just so amazed that the sound is perfect. You can hear every word. I was almost hoping you couldn't hear some of my words, because like I stumbled, like, and I mumbled, and I okay, this moment is okay, obviously, like this moment where Oh my god, I just stopped at the perfect moment. That's amazing. This is my favorite moment because I was so like shocked when her publicist kind of recognized me, and this is that's why I just had to show you this. Like that's the moment I wanted to go to, but exactly the moment that I stopped at is just perfect. And I also love Victoria's face. She's like this is amazing. Okay, this was so weird because I was like, do I do this? Like, do I show her my Twitter? And I would not have, never in a million years would I have thought about it if it wasn't for Maddie and B telling me that last year at the signing, that after, you know, they filmed the stuff that they filmed for me, that they showed her my Twitter and that she said, oh, yeah, I know her. Yeah, that's only how I was like, okay, this could work. Shout out Maddie and B, because like I would not have done it without you. The moment where I would have sent her the picture afterwards and she would be like, oh, that was you, why didn't you say anything? That would have killed me. That would have killed me. And instead I get this. Okay, sorry, I need to watch it again. Also, it's really cute when I'm like, I hope I'm not pretentious, and she's like, huh? I love how she was like, she thought, okay, is it me? But like, she didn't want to ask. And then, listen to this.
I was like, didn't want to make assumptions. It's so nice to meet you.
Oh my god.
It's so wonderful. I want to make sure that was
Twins, aren't you, as well?
And then the publicist, this is another of my favorite moments. So funny, like, I love how the publicist, like, she made me so happy as well. She was like, what, I don't know what she's exactly saying. That's the thing, I didn't hear what she was saying exactly. All I heard was that she said something, the twins. I was like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool.
good to see you.
Like, she says several times, it's so good to see you. It's so great to finally meet you. And I'm like, I should be the person saying that.
I'm so excited.
Birmingham one, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
The publicist even remembered it was the Birmingham one. I guess because they kind of gave the hedgehog away there. But still, it was a year ago. I'm like, it's so cool how she was like, you're friends with the twins. Not only did she remember Maddie and B, but she like remembered, even though it's not like we ever went to any event together, you know? But like, she knew we were friends. I'm like, oh, what? Isn't that, I mean, come on, like, that's the coolest shit ever. Okay, I just wanted to watch this moment again where she's like,
Thank you so much. Do you want to have another hug? Of course.
can I have another hug? She asked me if she could have another hug. This event was so much more than I could have hoped for. I realized already during the talk, this is worth it. I just sitting there, and I was so glad that I was front row, best decision ever. But yeah, just sitting there front row, being like so close and hearing her talk about her writing process. I don't know, it hit me so hard again, how much I love these books. I was just like, this is the person that wrote these books. Yeah, and so just sitting there and hearing her talk, and she is so precious and she's so funny and she's so great. If I would have went home after that, I would have been fine. I mean, not if I would have known that I could have gotten all of my book signed and could have had an actual like one-on-one talk with her. But if it was like, oh, this is the event, it still would have been worth it a million times. Because it's just such a special moment. I always said this, I don't really care about getting my book signed. It was important to me that if I went, that I just really wanted to bring all of them. That's not what's important to me. It doesn't really mean much to me. Now it's just like they are a little bit more special and it will always remind me of this. But it's just like getting to talk to her. I was so happy just standing there and being able to tell her in person how much her books mean to me. And then also that, like, it wasn't like I said this thing about Twitter to be like like a cheeky transition to my Twitter. It was very, very genuine, because that's genuinely also a big factor as to why I wanted to meet her in person. But like, how do you even process that this person, before you could even say anything about it, would be almost as excited to meet you as you are to meet her? I should stop this. I have way too much footage already. Nobody's gonna watch this, and I don't even care, because the people who care and the people who would have wanted to be there with me, they will watch however long it is, and that's all I care about. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate all of the love that I got, like the last almost 48 hours, and even obviously all of the time before that, where you've all been like so happy for me. That's a big part of why this was so amazing. You were all there in spirit. You were all so happy for me. I'm not sure if this is gonna be where the video is ending, but yeah, in that case, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Sounds wrong at the end of such a video. I am such a lucky person. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad that I did this. It was fun. One of my favorite moments of my life. I will never forget that, whatever happens. Never. Like, that's the thing, you know, maybe I don't like her next books, but like, this moment will still forever mean a lot to me, whatever happens. And that's really cool. I really like that. Oh my god. Okay, am I done? Am I actually done now? Or do I still have like some stupid mushy thoughts?